What if I said people don't like people pleasers? What does that feel like in your body? Do you identify as a people pleaser? I will tell you that most healthcare practitioners that I meet fall under this category with some level of percentage that's greater than 50. And what does that mean? Likely, when you were a kid, you derived energy and love and connection and what you felt was respect when you showed up in form of service for somebody else, and whether you are physically serving them, intellectually serving them, spiritually serving them, you got something out of that. But it actually came at a price of you compromising who you really are because you wanted somebody else to feel good because you were not able to sit in the discomfort of someone not feeling good. First, let's acknowledge there are 3 levels of service. There's physical, intellectual, and spiritual. Physical, the actual physical adjustment. Doing something to somebody, whether it is giving a hug, giving an adjustment, giving a supplement, there's some form of physical exchange that's happening. Going to serve food to the homeless, volunteer your time for a nonprofit. These are all forms of physical expression of service. So am I doing it because it's sincere from my heart? I want to achieve more good in the world. Or am I doing it as I'm seeking connection and acceptance, and I will do things over time that actually compromise myself. Even if I'm too tired to do it, even if I don't want to, I will always show up and do the thing because I'm doing what I think is expected of me. So there's a healthy way of showing up, a not healthy way of showing up. It's intellectual service. Am I teaching someone something? I can intellectually serve the patients that are in my office by teaching them about nutrition, how to move, how to stretch, when to ice, all the things that actually affirm life. And the last one is spiritual service. It can purely be encapsulated as, did they leave my office uplifted? Did they leave better than when they showed up? Even if it's not about pain. Pain comes and goes. It's not a powerful motivator. In the moment, people can be pushed into urgency, pushed into action when it's bad enough, but it ebbs and flows. So sometimes they are not physically better when they leave your office, but if they are leaving acknowledging that you still believe that you can help them get better, and they're hanging their belief on your belief, and are they installing their own programs of faith, belief, theory, and applying them into life so that they can actually get better, they're going to leave uplifted. They're going to leave at a higher frequency than when they showed up. That's a form of spiritual service. There's upliftment. Am I doing that in a healthy way, or am I doing it seeking attention, seeking connection, seeking something outside of myself that I don't have inside of me? And I will be honest, people don't like people pleasers. We can smell it. It's not attractive. It's actually not trustworthy. We acknowledge on a biological level if someone is obsessively nice, and I'm using that word instead of kind, obsessively nice and compromising themselves, we know they're not trustworthy because they are just changing depending on what the room is around them. And we all do that a little bit. We all have a little bit of a chameleon. We understand like friend groups and interpersonal dynamics, and who I am at home is different than I am in the business. It's an alter ego, but it's still you. But if they are compromising themselves beyond the level of their values, then it is actually smelled and is seen as not trustworthy. When you are standing more in what you believe in, whether it is chiropractic or some form of business, holistic health, which doesn't mean alternative, it means whole body. When you are standing for something, it's by nature polarizing. There are people that are going to disagree with you. There are people that are not going to like you, and that's okay. Actually, you can use that as a barometer of negative thinking of, if people are not liking me, but I have raving fans, I'm probably on the right track. So I can lean on that, and I can actually do the inner work for myself to see what my real values are. Am I valuing safety over growth? Am I valuing connection at the expense of compromise, as opposed to feeling connected to who I am and who I want to stand for, what my message is? People do not want to see the nice guy or the nice gal in practice. They love kindness. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. But they also want to lean on someone that's strong in their beliefs, because that gives them enough momentum to harness your beliefs until they install their new beliefs that they can feel better and grow. And you do this for your staff as well. I'm speaking from experience. I'm also a recovering nice guy. And this is something that you will start to come away from the more true you are to yourself. I do have a couple book recommendations if this is something that you feel is speaking to you. Number 1 is Not Nice from Aziz Gazapura, and the other one is No More Mr. Nice Guy from Robert Glover. Is this something you wrestled with? Is this something you have dove into to try to resolve? Do you have any other book recommendations? Drop them in the comments so we can help spread that for the community and we can all get better together.